Good evening, my fellow travelers on Spaceship Earth. It is I am Guy, coming to you live from Applewood Station, where it's a nice 18 degrees Celsius outside. Probably not going to stay on here for very long. I'm tired. It's been a very long week. And I could stand to go to sleep relatively soon. So, oh man. So, anyway, hoping everybody is having a wonderful time out there and a good week. Kane's having a great week. How you doing, Kane? Oh, man. I have been working all week and I am exhausted. And I know I'm in the right kind of job because, as I've been saying, I do the classes and I'm not tired at all during the class, and I'm only tired the moment I walk away from the class. Then I'm exhausted. It takes a lot of energy. So you're having a week. Well, I don't know whether that's good or bad, but I will presume on the good side. I am looking around in hopes that maybe when I just glance over here, I might see the top of my tripod, which has walked, but I need it tomorrow very badly at work. Tomorrow is going to be a long day. It'll be a very long day tomorrow. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Is it? Huh. Not stormy here at all. I mean, I'm just gonna. Just saying, I'm not noticing any clouds here. That is kind of weird. I'm looking at the forecast for here. Yeah, I guess it is very stormy. But I think the funniest part about it is very stormy on a wall between you and me. Like, it doesn't even make sense. It's very funny. Here, let me show you. Like, here's me, and here's you. Or rather, yes, really, here's you. So it's like, it's super stormy just at your place. That's it. Just you. You are getting your own personal storm. Your own personal rainstorm. That's pretty funny. Yeah, well, there you go. Cest la vis. It fits. I have my pinched nerve in my neck is getting progressively worse, and it's aggravating me. I'm going to have to go to a chiropractor. So, yeah, I'm just not. I am thinking about going to bed. Actually, thinking about looking around. See if in one of these little buckets random stuff. Will end up being computer, turn on the warp core. Oh, hey, Can. My furnace has decided to kick the bucket. So, no es cierto. Hola. ¿Qué tal? Bien. ¿Y tú? Poquita español. I mostly speak Spanish or Japanese. I mostly speak Japanese. Nihongo o hanashimasu. To English. Ego. Mm. So as I was saying, my furnace has kicked the bucket. So there will be a guy out here who will. I know a little Spanish. I learned Spanish early when I was very young. And so I can understand more Spanish than I can speak because I was a child and it was put into my brain. But as an adult, I have been much more interested in learning Japanese because it's very, very different. And I like the different in it. I like how different it is. The context and the way the language is just so different. It makes me entertained. I'm entertained by it. But I can sometimes still hear and understand Spanish, and that's always a nice thing. I'm always glad to know that. So, but of course, all of the Spanish I learned was Mexican Spanish. It wasn't Castilian Spanish, which now I'm kind of interested in learning a little bit of Castilian Spanish just because it'd be cool to know the history of that language and kind of go a little further, you know. I think that'd be fun. But I love languages. I'm just not very good at it. It's like, sadly, it has taken me many, many years to learn Japanese. And that's the language that I was most interested in. It's taken me not just years, but decades. Decades. And that's aggravating. So, well, that's good for you. I think everybody should try to be bilingual. No, the furnace. The water heater is good. The water heater died a few years back, so it just recently got replaced. It's the furnace that kicked it, which is fine because it's the middle of the summer and I don't really need my furnace. But the cool thing is, when we replace my furnace, we're going to replace it with a new furnace connected to an air conditioning unit. So my house has central air. I mean, it's got pipes everywhere, you know. So it's got all the ducting. So all I need to do is replace the thingy with a compressor as well. So not just a heater, but also a compressor. And when we do, then I'll have air conditioning, which is way cool. We've never had air conditioning in this house. And it's totally just the stars aligned because I can barely afford to replace the heater or the furnace, which we can't live without the furnace. This house will freeze over in the middle of the summer, in the middle of the winter, and then we'd lose all the pipes. So it is kind of important to have the furnace. But I happened to cross a guy who already had a furnace in storage. And so the money that I would have put towards the furnace, I'm going to end up putting towards air conditioning. So the furnace is free, effectively, just because of just the stars aligning in the right way. So that has helped an amazing amount because I am spending way too much money paying for this guy right here, this tube right here. It goes to an AC unit that's sitting right behind me, whose whole job is to just try to keep this little zone here cool because it doesn't do a very good job of that. So there's that. That's all right, though. We're getting there. So anyway, we'll fix that. But yeah, there's been so many things that have been going along here, and I'm just so much stuff. And it's been so difficult. It's like, oh. So And that's why I haven't actually been on very much recently. It's been so many things, and I am so tired. Yeah. I hear thunder. I just heard it rumble, but it's like you can hear that it's rumbling far, far, far away. The doldrums, huh? Ugh. Think what I'd give for TikTok to be here. Yeah, I hear it. It's so weird. I can hear it. The doldrums. I like the doldrums, though. I mean, I just like the name, the doldrums. I think it's great. Hmm. I'm so tired, though. I think I'm probably going to bow out here in just a little bit. I'm going to hang out here and see if Brent shows up, but I'm not going to hold my breath because I think Brent has already gone to bed. That's all right, though. Go back to big computer. Not you. Okay. I'm not going anywhere. We were waiting to see where Kane went. Apparently, we have construction out on the big freeways. Aha. I heard a boop boop. But they have changed everything. It's over near the design thing now. I'll just add you until we figure this out.
What is happening?
I know everything is so
scared.
different.
Hold me.
Right? Right? I'm all terrified. What the hell is going on? Yeah, but I mean, they've reorganized everything, which is why my little window now is like this weird shape. Because that way I can do this and make you a tiny thing down there. But no, so it doesn't work. It only does the full screen thing apparently when you're not here. So there's that.
Thank you, Restream. Thank you.
I know. I'm like, I don't understand.
You're so helpful.
It's all right. We're still getting there.
Oh, God.
So how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm alive.
That's
I've been doing a lot of art lately, so that's good.
You did what?
A lot of art.
Oh. No, I just needed to turn you up. I had the volume turned down on my speakers.
Ah.
You're actually understandable. I just I had to turn the volume up. That's all.
Okay.
I want to do art and I'm just not doing art, which is kind of aggravating.
Yeah, I found a bunch of old sketchbooks of mine, and it's like, I was like, man, I haven't drawn, and then I went, wait a minute. Stop beating yourself up. You switched to a digital sketchbook.
Right?
And you still draw quite a bit.
You do. You draw far more than I do. At least at the moment. Which is fine. I'm not that worried.
Nah. And you know what? The cards that life has dealt out to the two of us over the last 2 years.
Right?
Woo!
We've been kind of pushing through this, and we're getting there. We're getting there. So
It's like I've gone from 270 pounds to 217 pounds
wow.
in a year.
Yeah, that's 40 pounds. That's not bad at all. That's
More
certainly
than
nothing.
that.
Well, I do bad math. You've known that all my life. I don't know why
Oh,
in the world you're bothered by it now.
yes, well, that's true. That's true.
Like I can't add two and two. It actually has become sort of an ongoing running gag even with my kids. They know. It's actually one of those things that I absolutely hate because what it is that I do have like this part of my brain that's like, oh, that's easy. We'll just do this real quickly and give you a number. And then you can just count on that number all the time. So, like, there's this dumb thing that my time thing does because I've got an app to track my time, and you log in and you log out. It should be straightforward and simple, except that they want us to mark that we did 7.5 hours in the classroom and whatever's left over as miscellaneous. I haven't done 7.5 hours in the classroom since I started. You've always got prep time, after the class is over, you've got to clean the classroom. There's all kinds of stuff. So every single time I clock out, I have to go 7.5. Okay. I got here at 8:40. So it's now 5:15. So that's 8 to 5 is 9 hours. So we'll have to, and I just have to sit here and go through the math every time. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. If they just let me clock in and clock out, life would be good. But that's not the way they work it. And I'm like, and every day I am sure that my boss just goes through and corrects all my math. I can't imagine. I'm like, after a while, I'm sure all she does is just correct everything because she's tired of yelling at me.
It's like, well, we know who is not a math person.
Right. Yeah, I'm an English teacher. I say this all the time. I'm an English teacher, not a math teacher. Never have been.
Oh, man. So, yeah, it's been interesting. May has been an interesting month.
Mm. Interesting in the Chinese. May you have interesting times. Sort of interesting.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but
But
yeah,
I hear that. Probably a little too much.
yeah. There's nothing like what's happening right now. It's like I'm working through it slowly. Like
That's
I'm
not bad.
starting to see that there's light at the end of the tunnel. I'm just hoping it's not
It's
an
not a train,
oncoming train.
right? Yeah.
I mean, it would fit if it was an oncoming train. At this point, I'm
You wouldn't
rather like
blame it.
yeah. I'm rather like Cusco at this point. Someone goes, uh-oh, and I go, let me guess. Waterfall bad? Yeah. Sharp rocks at the bottom? Most likely. Let's do this.
Yep. Man, that's brutal. I still hear thunder. It's really funny. I can hear the thunder.
Yeah, according to the radars, it's like, if I'm thinking of where your house is correctly, it's just on the other side of I-25
Right?
is this massive thunderstorm for you.
And yeah, it's like so weird because I can hear it, but I see stars, which is even weirder. That's so strange. Hmm.
Yeah, I stepped outside to come over here. And it's like lightning like hell just south of us. It's like, holy crap, it's ongoing.
That's funny. That's funny. I am going to poke around and look for the top of my uh, tripod because I've got a job to do tomorrow that requires my tripod, and I cannot find the top part. So I'm still here. You can still talk to me.
You're just searching. Oh, so moleskins, the
So
little notebooks,
notebooks. What? I'm sorry.
moleskins. You know
Oh yeah,
moleskins.
moleskins. Yeah.
My most hated moleskin has actually become my most loved one.
Really?
But it switched purposes because it was a storyboarding moleskin. And I hated drawing on it.
That's weird. Was it a feel thing or what was the story?
It just, it never grabbed me. Like, it was too small of an area to draw in because you got 2 boxes per page.
That is kind of weird.
And it was always kind of weird to draw in. But now I'm using it for recipe cards, and it's
Oh,
wonderful. I love it.
right? Find the right job for it. That
Yeah,
makes sense. Recipe cards. Who would have thought?
yeah.
Hmm.
It's like the perfect amount of area to write down a recipe. It's like, okay, this is random.
That's actually kind of cool. I like it when we come up with cool, different ways to do stuff. You're like, totally, I don't know what to do about this, but here we are. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, you know what we could do?
Hey, this works out really nice. Wow. 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 I feel so special.
This is so frustrating. Because it went missing like a while back, and now I can't find it. And it's the top to the tripod, and I broke a rule which I promised myself I would never do, and now I did, and here we are. That's aggravating. So, yeah, here we are. So, what else has been going on in your world?
Work, and more work.
Yeah.
So I got Coop 0.0 built. So the new chicken coop is built. The chicks got outside.
And nobody's flying it, which is good.
Yeah. Tomorrow, I think we're going to have the meeting of the flocks. So we're going to open up the gate, and the two flocks are going to merge into one flock.
Okay.
And then I've gotten 2 new garden beds built for the garden. So
Nice. You've been actually pretty productive.
yeah.
Much more so than me. That's not necessarily true. I've been pretty okay. But I just haven't done a whole lot. Except apparently lose this one thing. Oh my God. It's like, all I want to do is find this. And I know it was over here somewhere along the line. And that's what's so frustrating is like, I know it was here. And I'm afraid I lost it. Doing something else. Like it should be in here, but it's not. This doesn't surprise me either. Anyway, yeah. So I'm over here rumbling around with stuff. So let's see, just pulling this stuff out. Here. Yep. So my first semester at school, I got 2 A's and 2 B pluses.
Is that good or bad?
So, yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. I think that's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
I feel like this is obviously where I need to be in life. You know, kind of like, well, I guess that's where I need to be. Like every teacher in every class knew me. And not in the bad way, which is kind of a first. I hate to say. Maybe not entirely a first, but still. I've been getting ads. I don't know if you've been getting them too, for the black paper notebooks.
Black paper notebooks?
Yeah, so it's a notebook and the pages are black. They're called dark matter. You actually have to write on them with colored pens, like gel pens. Isn't that cool? Dark matter. And I got one, and I have been writing only my thoughts as a cultural anthropologist in this, like my concepts of things that I want to test as a scientist when I actually get my degrees and stuff like that. I'm putting them all down in here, and they're all in inverted colors, and it's so cool, and it makes it seem so very special.
Huh.
But it really It's cool. I just went to King Supers, and they had these paint pens that were silver, copper, and gold. And so I've been writing in that in here and stuff like that. But like the things that I see and observe, I'm writing down in here, and then later I will test these theories, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're called dark matter.
Huh. Yeah, I've actually been doing a lot more with uh, journaling, like not not journaling the traditional kind of
Mm-hmm.
journaling,
Yeah.
but it's like I'm building out roadmaps for myself. So, like next month, here's my roadmap for the month,
Oh yeah, I like it. Hi, George.
and I have one page of my June goals, what I want to do for the month of June
Right.
overall. And then per day, I can go in, write a sentence about what made that day memorable, and then what habits I wanted to work on during the course of that month, and then what my weight check in is for that month.
Fair. I like all of that. That all sounds good.
So, just trying to better myself and
Yeah, that's where
like
I am. That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
like
I'm
I think we're both kind of doing that.
yeah.
Um, I know I'm in a lot better headspace than I was a year ago.
You
Like
sound better. I mean,
I,
like, there's no way to explain it other than your voice, the way you seem. You know.
yeah, yeah, I
See,
agree. Um, last year I hit the point in which it was like I had to. I finally had to let my ego go,
mm-hmm.
and I had to cross a line to get what I wanted, and it's been hard. It's been very difficult. But God damn, am I glad I did it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 I totally follow that. Yeah.
And it's like, I told myself I would never stoop so low as to working fast food. And I finally went, I gotta do something. I'm not in it for the long haul. I'm just in it for the money to save myself and save what I find important.
Uh huh.
And that has been a change. Wow.
Right. Which is good. And not good that you know had to force yourself into that corner, but good that the result was good. You know.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad to hear. Yeah, we're coming up on exactly 1 year here since Mariah walked out. So
Yeah. And we crossed the 2 year mark for me when dad passed.
yeah,
So,
Yeah, this has not been. I mean, and it was 3 years since my dad passed, so we're just. This has been a rough. Since COVID
Yeah,
started, it has not been fun. You know what I mean? Like
no,
these have been really nasty years. However, I feel like this side, we're now on the upswing. We're coming out of it. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about necessarily whatever's going on with COVID or whatever, but I feel like now you and me and a few of our other friends are finally now just starting to kind of come out the other side finally.
yeah, it's been a lot of falling, and I think that is coming to an end.
Yeah, I think so too.
Um, I still I'm not 100% like I feel like I'm slowly
Leveling out.
e- leveling out the plane.
Mm-hmm. It's no longer on just a nosedive.
Yeah,
I hear that. I hear that.
is it storming on your end yet? Cause
Not yet. Got nothing out here yet.
I hear some thunder getting louder on my end,
Yeah, plausibly.
but it's supposed to do this all night long, so we'll see. Ay, 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 ay.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
wait to return back to getting my comic going again. I mean, I've slowly been working on it. How do I?
Yeah, I want to get back into my comic too, but that's difficult and complicated. Oh, good. If you're doing something, I'm gonna move us over here. No, I don't like that one. I don't know if I like that one either. Oh, we can just make us go away. Well, that's not what I want. Can I make a new one? Can I compose one? What's a countdown? Huh, there's a countdown. I can make a countdown. That's actually kind of funny. That is not, in fact, what I want to have happen, but that's all right.
So, like, this is the newest page. I might do some background work for panel one, but I really kind of like the change that I made
Mm-hmm.
because originally it was Brig comes in and does a lot of things, and yeah. And the change I made was I'm having Mammy actually save the civilian. And it's kind of reforming this issue because now it's her stepping up and saying, "No, this if I'm going to protect the hospital, it means I have to protect everyone including the people who don't necessarily like me.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You're getting the read the Riot Act by
I
George.
totally am. What's the story? Would you like scritches? Is that what you want?
He
My big
lives
flaw,
a scritch free life.
right? My biggest flaw was there was not enough scritches.
The cup has died. I'm not getting any scritches.
I just want you to know
Pandemonium.
there's no scritches here. I need
I'm
you to
going to
know
talk
this,
to your manager.
right? So, yep. I do like that first frame.
It has good action to it.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Is it possible I put it under here? I mean, I guess anything's possible, right? Just suddenly thought, I wonder if I put it underneath my monitor for some reason. It's very weird because it was here not that long ago. So part of the frustration is it was right here. And so wherever it went, couldn't have gone far in theory, except that it probably did go far in not theory. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm.
Oh, so have you heard about the new Beetlejuice movie?
The what?
There's a new Beetlejuice movie coming out.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I saw that. You're right. Yeah. Aw, I like that picture too.
And it has a reference back to the first movie to a little, it was a funny little gag line that he had during Lydia's wedding scene, in which he pulled out a finger and then pulls off the ring and said, "Oh, she didn't mean anything to me."
Mm-hmm.
You get to meet that character in this movie.
Oh no. That'll actually be kind of fun.
So I don't know if I'll see it in theaters or not. I have not really wanted or had the money to go to theaters. I
Yeah.
mean,
That's where I am.
I barely have the money and fundage to eat
Yep.
at like a fast food restaurant because
Yeah, the
it's
place you work.
cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the only reason I can eat there is I get an employee discount, thank goodness.
Yeah. How's your mom doing?
Okay,
Good.
it's one day at a time still.
Yeah.
But, like, one of her sisters, uh, her husband is developing Alzheimer's,
Oh yeah.
and
Uh,
had a
it's Can.
mini had a
Hang on real
mini
quick. My roommate just walked in and said, "Who are you talking to?" And I'm like, "It's Can. We're actually co-broadcasting."
Oh,
amazingly enough.
Oh, Brent made it here. Oh my goodness, Brent made it
Holy
here like at
crap,
the
it's
like.
Brent.
Oh, like Brent actually made it. So
I don't know why, but the sideways interjection into the screen always entertains me.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'll probably be clear of here at some point relatively soon.
No worries.
But I'm enjoying chatting with Brian, so I mean Can. I don't know why I said that. But it's the way it goes. It is what it is.
You've fallen out of habit. That's okay though.
I've totally fallen out of habit. A wild Can appears.
Ready your Pokeball.
Right?
Hey, at least you came.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was like 10 minutes late starting because I had to go do laundry and stuff like that. And the laundry's in the basement and stuff. So anyway, yeah, I was gonna say for you, Brent, it's coming up. Well, it's already past your bedtime. How's your new job going, though? I didn't get to ask you that, Brent. How's your new job going? Not a lot of work right now. That's actually probably okay. Whereas I am going into the classic of summer hell. So, well, slow is good sometimes. I think slow is really good sometimes.
So, do you have the Keep Colorado Wild Pass for your car?
I mean, I paid for it with what's its. I mean, I paid for it with my taxes. I think. I mean, as in, if it's the one that's default, I did not opt out of it because I actually kind of like to go to the parks every so often.
So, what does it give you entry for? Is it just for like days? Is it like a day pass thing?
Yeah, I mean, like if you are going to um like the Rocky Mountain National Park or whatever, you can just drive in there for free. Drive around the park. I don't know if there's like extended versions of that or anything, but like, can you stay overnight? I don't know. I wouldn't stay overnight in the park anyway because that's not my style. So, you know,
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing some camping this year. So it's
might not
like,
be a bad idea. You get a free national parks pass. Yay! Hey, Brent, what do you know about Filmora? So I'll fire that off. And then we have to wait for it to go to Mars and come back, which is the way it always feels whenever I'm talking to people. Don't use it. Oh, okay. Is it bad? More thunder. The temperature's falling. It's 17 degrees now. Oh. So don't get hooked on it, because all they're going to do is just go to a subscription service and we'll be there. I am so over subscription services. I am policing my subscriptions. I'm paying $30 a month to Google because they've got it confused. And so in order to keep all of my Drive stuff running, I'm paying $30 a month. It's just, I can fix it. It's just, it's going to be like 2 days worth of moving crap around. And I just don't want to, you know? It's like, oh, God, I don't want to spend 2 days moving crap around. So don't use Filmora. Okay. I was just looking at that. It has some interesting, like, it seemed like it was a simpler editor, but had at least some toys to play with, which would be kind of fun. But I will go for DaVinci Resolve. And I am willing to pay a small amount of money to these people, provided that they don't charge me $20 a month, you know. If you're wondering what we're chatting about over here, Can, we're trying to find replacements for all of the Adobe things that I use, because Adobe is now charging me $60 a month. And they just keep creeping up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And I'm just losing money. And I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of getting over it. So we need to figure out how to replace Lightroom, Character Animator, Photoshop, and Premiere, and Adobe Audition. So
Yeah.
And those are the ones. I already have a replacement for Audition because I use Audacity and that works just fine. And of course, Photoshop, most of the things I do in Photoshop can be done in Clip. And so I'm okay with that.
And
so
Clip, I've heard, has had some hiccups.
Clip's trying, they're really wanting to go to a subscription service.
Woo! So if anybody has a car parked at DIA, yeah, you're hosed.
Oh no. What's going on at DIA?
Up to tennis ball sized hail is about to fall on thousands of parked cars at DIA.
Very no good.
Wow. Looks like Stapleton is getting baseball sized hail.
Good heavens.
Woof.
Radar down for maintenance. That's why I'm not seeing anything. I'm like, why is Wonderground not showing me anything? Yeah, look at that. Wow. Severe thunderstorms. Wow. It's just weird because I can hear them. They're to the north in Boulder, and they're all up the other side of I-25. Just like you said, there's a wall.
Yeah.
And there's just nothing out here. Like, I literally can see stars. That's so strange. It's so wild. Okay, thank you.
Well,
Yeah, I thank you, Brent, for sending the information about Filmora. I had seen it and thought that's interesting, but I'm not. I haven't like done anything with it yet. I was just like, huh, I'm curious. So
well, I'm starting to fade, so I'm going
yeah.
to let you go, and I will talk to you later.
All right, I'm gonna go too. I think Brent's about to go. I'm gonna go. You're gonna go. We're all just going. I'll see you
Yeah,
later.
I've
It
been
was
up
great chatting
since
with you,
about
Ken. I miss you.
yeah.
So it's
I've
good to
been
see
up
you.
since 4 this morning, so
Time
yeah.
for you to go to bed. Good
Yeah.
night, my friend.
Good night.
Bye bye. Yeah, I'll probably do DaVinci Resolve at some point here too. And we'll. Anyway, yeah, I think it's time for all of us to hit the hay. I've got class closed tomorrow, and it's a class of 28 kids. And so it's not going to be any fun. So I'm out of here. You're out of here. I'm out of here. Send me the stuff about Filmora, and I'll look it over on Saturday. Because tomorrow is just going to be one thing after another the entire weekend. So, or tomorrow all the way down because I got to work for Nate and stuff like that after work. So that's why I'm poking around. I've got to find all the pieces for my camera to make sure my camera's ready to go, and then we'll head out. Any which way, it's good chatting with you, Brent. I'll see you later. Probably see you Sunday night. I work Sunday. Thank you. Appreciate it. And everybody else, I hope you all have a wonderful evening as well. And keep your eyes on the stars, guys. Good night.